As we prepare this week for the John Gamper Trophy against Tottenham Hotspur, I thought it would be really nice to just talk about a tactical problem that Xavi and Barcelona will encounter this upcoming season. But before we do get into that, please do subscribe to the channel, as that will help us to grow. And thank you for each and every one of you guys who has been helping the channel and commenting and engaging, because you guys actually give me a lot of ideas. So I really want to ask you to please drop your comments down below and let me know what do you think about everything we discuss. So let's get right into the video to see what Barcelona will definitely struggle with tactically this season. Now, usually against bigger teams, when they are playing like your Real Madrid's, Atleticos, Bayern Munich, or whatever the case may be, those games tend to be really open, right? So the chance creations against bigger teams, is even though they have better defenses, is very highly possible because they have a lot more open spaces. It's more open game. Because if you look at this, all of the spaces that the bigger teams are leaving when they are attacking or defending, that is a huge problem sometimes. But for Barcelona, I think we do have a great defense, because this would not be a problem for us in chance creation. So the tactical problem that we will have this season is chance creation against your smaller teams that are defending relatively deep. So let's get more into that discussion. Let's see how smaller teams line up with your 5 or 6 man defenses. Just to emphasize, I do really think that Barcelona will not have a problem playing against bigger teams and creating chances against those bigger teams, because I've seen last season that Xavi is sometimes really direct. We will be missing Dembele, but I think Xavi will remain direct to get even a Balde in behind the defense. So this is usually how low block teams set up, where they have like a 5-man defense, a midfield 3 and a front 2. This is to maintain their vertical width, but at the same time are solid in the midfield and solid centrally. So either way, they are covered on the wings, they are covered in the middle. They also usually have like a front 2 that can really just destroy you in behind. And these are usually guys that are veterans and 2 strikers up front. This is just to be fed by these midfield 3 right over here, right? So sometimes we really struggle against these teams because this is a great setup, right? For an example, if you as a big team or whatever attack through one side, right, it's easily for them to go through the transition from this side and this play the ball over that side, with this side winger or fullback in this case coming forward and then easily rip you to shreds. I already noticed some signs against AC Milan what Xavi might try to do. And in this video now we will be taking a look at what Xavi is going to do, or at least try to do, because we'll definitely need some ideas to implement. This is more Barcelona's traditional shape under Xavi. What they use is the normal 4-3-3, right? We have like a 5-man up top for Barcelona. But however, we do see now, especially in the last game against AC Milan, that this switches to a front 6 where Lewandowski is shifting, or the player in the free position, where Balde and Alonso against Milan came almost like a front 6. This is to outnumber the spaces and create space for this gentleman right here to be able to run into, right? But of course, this still holds the question, maybe the opposition will shift into a back 6. But this is just going to allow Barcelona even more to come into the position right here. And I don't think we realize how much this is going to change things for Barca against the smaller teams, because we have like an enforcer here in Romeo, who's like a very robust defensive midfielder. He can tackle much more tactical fouls. And remember, he's a La Masian, so he can really destroy teams and just take them out from the get-go. But more importantly is the spaces in between the lines that Balde's positioning or Alonso's positioning will create for Barcelona's free H. But of course, what will we do in the situation where the opposition actually then turn to a back 6? Because now we have a 6-man front line, right? And of course, the back line is outnumbered now, 5 against 6. So what will we do if they turn into a back 6? A movement like this or a system like this can bring you very high rewards, but at the same time, it's also very high risk, because remember, you're committing 6 men forward. So any misplaced pass could really land at the wrong position, he might be good at the ball and destroy you. So opposite movements would be very important, where they could follow maybe one of the guys and play the half spaces in behind. Same with the wingers, where they could look to cut back into the box and score the goal. However, this isn't as easy as it sounds, because it's going to be a lot of work, because easily I think teams would then revert into a back six to even up numbers. So how would Xavi or how would Barca play against a big six? We of course have seen that against AC Milan that Xavi wants to have Balde in this position, right? So it's really going to be a 6 against 6 in this situation. However, when teams are playing with a back six, that makes them less dangerous, because then they only have the one player up front really. And therefore, I think it will be better for Barcelona if we can be very precise and direct and accurate to commit even on another player forward to maybe draw the guys out of position, so that the other guys can really like receive the ball over here in this region, you know. So it's really unlimited options that you have, because I think definitely Xavi is showing small signs that he will commit more men forward this season, and that is music to my ears really. So I would like to see Barcelona do this, right? But now against the back six, you might see that Xavi will even commit Ronald Araujo forward, or whoever plays on the right back. This is why I think that a player like Joao Cancelo would be tremendous for Barcelona, you know. Then Rafa can invert, or that right back can do the same as Ronald Araujo. So now you can only have like a 3-man at the back playing against this one player. You don't even need to have 3 men. You can do a 1 player as well. Romeo can go forward. But like I said, this is going to be extremely risky, because there's a lot of space in behind that can be taken advantage of. So teams would really just, if they maybe get the ball back, they would just play the guy in behind and then literally destroy you and go score the goal. But I really think, in my opinion, it's easier to play against a back six than a back five, because against a back five you would actually have like 2 players up front with the one guy coming into midfield, right? And then they just sift over, and then you need to have like a 3-man backline, you know. And this is just my opinion. Do let me know, what do you think about this? But in my opinion, Barcelona should be committing a lot more men forward this upcoming season. I do want to see more interchanging and opposite movements from the team. We can do this, guys. We can really do this, because we know we have solid guys at the back, you know, Kunde, Araujo and Christensen. We can commit Balde a lot more forward this season as well. We need to develop his attacking side. So I just think that this 6-man or 5-man defenses, we are going to have a problem with that, in my opinion. I'm eager to see what Xavi will be doing, because we know Barcelona is now known for not conceding a lot of goals, so teams would like try to catch on transition. However, do let us know, what do you think our tactical problems will be this season. I would like to have a discussion with you guys talking about our tactical problems, but I think this will be like one of the biggest problems we will have, because teams will be a lot more deeper now. You have to remember that Barcelona is now going to be better understanding Xavi's system. You know, we're going to progress better. The passing is going to be better. A lot of our players will be better, having more experience. But I would love to know your comments down below. Thank you very much. Goodbye.